Doing. Ain't nobody here yet, so I guess I'll let a few people filter in for just a moment because this needs to be heard, and I'm gonna say it. But we'll wait a few minutes, see if anybody shows up. I don't know how this quality is gonna be. I hope it's good quality. I guess while we wait for people to come in, y'all can look at this tree above me. See? It's a tree. So we're just gonna give it a minute or two. And then we'll go. Shalom, somebody. Somebody just showed up. Don't worry, I got something to say, but I'm waiting for a few people to come in here right quick. And after we get a couple of people in here, then I'll say what I need to say. We won't be all day. We won't be all day. Okay. All right. We had a few people filter in. We'll wait for a few more. We're going to wait just for a few more so nobody gets cut off. The wind is excited today, y'all. And I'm going to tell y'all why the wind is excited. Rahabiel is happy, excited. As well, she should be. As well, she should be. So we finna get to it. We'll wait a minute longer, and then we'll start. All right, family, let's go ahead and start. Let me switch this back to me. All right. Shalom, Mark Nate. So, family, today is the Sabbath. And this is the only day of the week that I get to be off work. So I had plans. You know, I've been working on a lesson for you all for a few weeks. And, well, to be honest with you, my plans didn't come to fruition today because I was going to actually work on the rest of that lesson and try to get it uploaded today. But I have not had time to work on the lesson. And now it's so late in the day that I'm not going to get time to work on the lesson. So I'll work on it whenever I can work on it. Oh, believe me though, it's fire, it's coming. Anyway, so today, you know, it's been a while since we've had to do any exorcisms, but we have had to do that kind of work before. So today, this brother shows up at my doorstep, brother who we've been counseling a little bit, and he says, hey, there's something in her, talking about his wife. He said, something in her? I said, is she pregnant? He said, like there's something. I said, oh, like a demon something? And he said, yeah. And I said, okay, so we had to rearrange some things, you know, but we rearranged the things that we needed to rearrange. And then we got to it. And I'm not going to give you guys all the details of what was going on, but this is what I can share with you. I can tell you that we were dealing with the way that the devil loves to accuse, the way the devil loves to bring shame and guilt and accusation and all that. And so we began to cast this thing out of her. We began to cast this unclean spirit out of her. And then what happened was, and when I say we, I mean me and my wife. You know, my wife is amazing. And it's, you know, when we're operating together like that, I mean, it's like, wow. I have no doubt that she's my rib. But anyway, so what happened was we started to cast this thing out, and it was a long process. It was quite a while, a few hours actually. And as this was going on, the Spirit said, summon the wind. So I summoned the wind. I said a little prayer and asked the wind to come and assist. Rahabiel. A short while later, the wind blew the front door open. I mean, just blew it open. My wife didn't even know that I had summoned the wind. And she said, "Oh, come on in, Javier, we need you." And then after that, I looked at the door and I saw a big gust of dirt swoop by the front and then turn. So I saw the wind, but I saw the dust because you can't see the wind. So then I go and I look out the door and I look at the road right there. And on the road, there's a big old whirlwind. Now, family, you all know that Sufa is one of the 24 conditions. And we've talked about it before. And we'll talk about it some more in just a moment. But I want you to know that through the process of this deliverance, that there was forgiveness that had to happen. Young lady had to forgive all parties involved in what went down. The young lady had to forgive herself. The young lady had to ask for forgiveness. And she had to know that she was loved. She had to know that she was loved and that people love her and that the Father loves her and the Messiah loves her. And let me tell you the way the Spirit moved. After it was all over and said and done, the young lady said, "I'm so confused." I said, "What are you confused about?" And she said, "Where am I?" She didn't even know that she was in our crib. She didn't know. And she didn't know how she got there. She didn't remember any of what had happened. Except one thing. We said, "What do you remember?" Y'all, guess what she said? She said, "I remember feeling the wind." She remembers feeling the wind. Let me tell y'all something, ladies and gentlemen. The feeling that is Sufa, it protects you against accusations and lingering doubt. It helps protect your feelings of feeling forgiven and knowing that you are loved and accepted. Everything that young woman was dealing with, the Holy Spirit said, summon the wind, because the wind needed to be summoned. Are you hearing me? That's the way that we intervene with our agency, which we'll be talking about very soon. You intervene with your agency, and then the elements are at your disposal, and then the Spirit can move. You understand? It's a beautiful thing. With that said, family, I just want to share that quick testimony. Not going to get that lesson out today now. It's just not going to happen because now we're about to get some baptism in. After that kind of thing, we baptize. So that's what's happening next. But family, I love y'all. And I'll get that lesson when I can. I just wanted to share this testimony with y'all. Y'all share it. Share the testimony because testimonies are powerful. And somebody else can use this. Somebody can benefit from this. Much love and much shalom. Hey, sweet baby. I didn't know my wife was on here. All right. Shalom.